Hello all. A really good mobile signal around here. Right, this is one for Paul Collins. Paul Collins. He asked me on Sunday, and I've asked for a few people, and I kind of feel compelled to do this video, which is this a good time to join the CX during the lockdown? And it's a tricky one. I mean, on the face of it, you'd say no, because like I keep saying, I am working longer, I'm working harder, I'm taking jobs that I wouldn't take, I'm doing more hours for less money than I was before, because there's less choice of jobs, because lots of places are shut. So therefore, and the competition is fierce, because there's a lot of us all still allowed to work, we're still allowed to drive. So rather than having like 7 people bid on a job, you might get 30 or 40. So on the face of it, you'd say no, but there is a couple of caveats. I just had a phone call from a geezer who used to be a market trader. He used to sell flowers, and we was having a chat about the old days and things like that. There's a couple of things I would say. If you're fed up with it and you want to join anyway, so you're convinced that this is the way for you to go forward, then, and if you're not just doing it for the lockdown, if you're doing it for the whole thing, it would be worth considering. I'll tell you why. Firstly, if you're going to learn how to do it, then it's not a bad time to learn how to do it, because the roads are quiet, places are quiet. If you're going to come into an industrial estate, you're going to try and find out where you're supposed to be. There are 6 units, one of them open. There's a good chance that's the unit you've got to go to. So you could learn how the system worked while everything was a little bit quiet, and then when things start to kick back into gear, then you'd have all that under your belt. You'd know how the app works, and you kind of get your PODs and all that kind of stuff sorted. The other thing is, if you're convinced you're going to go on it, and also if you're doing nothing at the moment, if you're sitting there like I would have been, with a van full of gear but somewhere to put it, and thinking, I don't want to do this anymore, something is better than nothing. The problem I kind of got, sorry, I was aching a bit. The problem I kind of got is that if you come on it and you go, well, there ain't a lot of jobs, this ain't all it's cracked up to be, this is hard work, well, it's gonna be. Because it's going to be, I mean, it's not, I keep saying, it's not that easy when maybe it's not a magic wand, you get out what you put in. It's not like you get your subscription and suddenly someone delivers £1 million to your door. There is work involved, there are things to learn, there are things that you will get, mixed up on, but you can get over those kind of things. And joining at this stage is going to seem even more bleak because competition is fierce. But if you're set on doing it, and if you're doing nothing, and you've got a van sitting there, it wouldn't necessarily be that. I'm not saying you should, I'd never tell anybody they should, but it wouldn't necessarily be the worst time. The other thing to consider, and I don't know anything, but there's the possibility that when all of this is over, it's going to get double busy, because everybody's got to do the jobs they did before. Some of them will just carry on regardless. Some of them, shops might have to change for some of the winter. All the beer's going to have to, all the stale beer's going to have to be removed and filled with proper beer. It might get raving hectic. So with that in mind, it might not be the worst time to join. But I would think long and hard about it, and I would prepare yourself for a shock. So when you get in, and also it depends on your expectations. I've had one guy said, look, he said, I'd be happy if I just got a job a day. Just if I could do something, if I could get out of the house, just pocket money. I would say, think long and hard about it. Think about what you really want out of it. Be aware of the situation. If I do okay out of it, but it's not a magic wand, and right now it's definitely not a magic wand. But if that was your way forward, and you're committed, and you want to go for it, you could do worse. That's all I'm saying. And if you want to join, you can do me a favour, because I've got a link now, either from the end screen or when I actually get around to getting on a computer, I'll put a little thing that pings up there. If you go to the website and you join via me, and you say my name, theoretically, I'm supposed to get, the CX will give anyone, they'll give you, they'll give me, they'll give the Charlie next door a free month if someone joins up. So if you join and I recommend you, they'll give me a free month, which is something. And like I say, anything's better than nothing. But like I say, I'm not telling anyone to do it. I couldn't, in clear conscience, tell anyone to do it. Just be aware that if you do come on it at the moment, it's tougher. But if you're convinced that you want to do it, and you're not doing anything else right now, and you're aware of it, and your expectations are low, it wouldn't necessarily be a bad place to start. I mean, I love comments, please, whether people agree or disagree with me on that one. you know, I don't know. I'm just trying to be honest, and this is how I see it, and hopefully give people what I believe is the right advice. It doesn't necessarily suit me, because more drivers just means I've got less chance of getting a job, but I'm a soppy old sod. I kind of want what's best for the universe rather than what's just best for me, like, you know, so that, you know, that is so. All right, well, there you go. That's it in a nutshell. Is this a good time to join the CX? On the face of it, no, because there's less jobs and you have to work longer and harder. But if you're convinced you want to do it anyway and you're not doing anything else, it might not be a bad time to learn. And other than that, I hope that if you do take my advice and you do go on board, I hope you don't regret it, and I hope you take care and take money.